Alright guys, welcome back for another Dokkan Battle video, and today we're going to be looking at Dokkanfest Janemba at 55%. So while I was doing the step-up summons for the Pikkon and the Janemba banner, I got pretty lucky and I actually did manage to pull one copy of the Janemba. As you guys can see here, he is at 55%, no equipment, full level 1 links. Again, this is how I like to do the showcases for units at 55%. So anyways, let's go on over. Again, Janemba's really only on 3 category teams, which is probably his biggest downfall. So again, we're going to go ahead and look at him on the 3 categories you see here: Transformation Boost, Movie Bosses, and his own category, Corroded Body and Mind. And let's see how well Janemba fares in there. Alright, so we're here on Janemba's category team, the Mind and Body Erosion, or Corroded Body and Mind is I think what it's called on Global. So, anyways, first off, again, the only reason why Janemba has full, 12 key is because we did get the extra 3 key when you go ahead and you go through the Dokkan event. You can get key, items, and all that. I got 3 key. And then this Rose here is also giving 3 keys and 30% attack to extreme class allies. So again, normally Janemba would be starting out at exactly 6 key because he has absolutely no key from his passive. Because if you take a look at all of his links, he's got Metamorphosis, Innocence, More Than Meets the Eye, Master of Magic, Big Bad Bosses, Nightmare, and Fierce Battle. None of those give key. So again, AGL Rose being on Corroded Body and Mind I think is a really huge help because again, he's going to be giving them 3 key and 30% attack. And Janemba's defense is at 82k. Again, Janemba has 120% attack and defense at the start of turn. He guards against all attacks. He gives 2 key and 30% to extreme class allies if you give him 4 type key spheres. And then he gets an extra 30% damage reduction with 2 rainbow key spheres. So, unfortunately, we are not going to be able to get his damage reduction, or actually no, we can with this. That is going to go ahead and activate his damage reduction, but we're not going to be able to get his passive, unfortunately. So, I mean, even if I really tried, I don't think we would be able to get the passive off with the friend Janemba as well. Yeah, we're only able to get 3. So again, this is really where Janemba really begins to show his cracks as a unit. Is again, it's really inconsistent to get the 4 type key spheres and the 2 rainbow orbs. But I mean, 1.5 pretty good. Again, Janemba raises defense on super attacks, so yeah, that literally did nothing to Janemba. Again, Janemba's defense after he supered 80k, 30%, maybe at around 110k defense. Plus again, the damage reduction 30% and guard. Janemba is not going to be taking any damage. So again, I mean, he's good defensively. That's really what Janemba's built for in the end. I mean, he's really not built for anything else. Unfortunately, again, that's just the way that they made this Janemba unit, which really sucks because again, Janemba is a really, really good unit. He's just being held back by the restrictions on him. And I mean, I personally, again, am a huge fan of Janemba, so, for me, it's like, especially for a villain like Janemba, again, Janemba's just like a really good villain, so I just don't know what they were thinking. Alright, so we got the 4 type key spheres. Again, he gives himself the extra 30%, so that pushes him up to 94k defense. So after he supers, Janemba's going to be at around 120k defense. Again, we still have Rose on rotation giving 3 key, and again, we do have the extra key from, going through the Dokkan event and getting here, and so Janemba puts up a 1.7 million attack stat. Again, not the craziest amounts of damage. Again, he's only level 1 links. If we had him full level 10 links and linked up with another Janemba unit, Janemba would be putting up much better numbers, because again, most of Janemba's attack links, and I think all of them actually, are just straight up attack links. So again, everything Janemba has is literally built solely on attack. And again, they could have at least maybe given him like Fear and Faith, because Fear and Faith at least is a key link that does give key. I think it gives like 2 key at level 10 and lowers enemies attack and defense by like 5% or something like that. Again, so here we go. This is Janemba again without any support. Again, he only starts out at 6 ki because he literally gets no ki from his passive. Oh wait, wrong. That was a misclick. We're gonna go back over here. Again, we could have... Okay, we can get Janemba's full passive. We just need to have one of the units super attack beforehand. We're going to be able to get Janemba's passive and his damage reduction. We just need to have... we'll have Zamasu Goku go ahead and get smacked around here. Again, Janemba's team, Mind and Body Erosion, is mostly like a Goku Black and kind of like a Majin Vegeta type team with Baby as well. Alright, so this is gonna... Dude, we still can't get his support type ability. Actually, no, this one gives us 4 Rainbow Key Spheres. I think that will count as well. Let's see. No, that actually doesn't. But we do have his damage reduction. Again, keep that in mind. We do have 30% damage reduction while also having Guard. So, I mean, even if we look past all the negative, again, even if Janemba isn't able to get the damage reduction, he's still going to be really good defensively because, again, Guard is just like a really powerful ability. So, again, even though Janemba is limited in, you know, his function, you know, that really has to be said. Again, Janemba's not the best, but Janemba can hold his own. And, again, this friend is only at 41% in the hidden potential system. Because, again, this is literally the only friend I could find for Janemba. Alright, let's see how much this does. Yeah, double digits, man. Double digits. Again, Janemba is really one of those units where he's just, like, really, really tanky. Alright. So we have him now linked up with Int Janemba, so they're going to share... I mean, they would be sharing big bad bosses, but, again, you need to be under a certain HP threshold for that one to activate. Alright, we're going to get Janemba's full passive here. His defense now jumps up to 94. Alright, so hopefully we can get Janemba to transform. Again, I hope that he doesn't kill Vegeta. I think Janemba actually needs one more super attack before he can transform, because, again, the way Janemba works is that... Oh, no, he killed him. He needs to get hit 5 times in order to transform his active skill into Super Janemba. So... we're going to try to not kill anyone here. We're going to leave it like... Okay, we're going to have to leave it like this. We're going to purposely put ourselves in the line of fire. Again, I just really don't want a super attack. And this is where Janemba's ability to, like, need a lot of ki kind of comes into clutch. Ooh, wait, never mind. We have to kill him. Oh, no. We're going to die. I probably should have put Janemba there. I don't know why I didn't think of that. That is, I mean, we're not gonna die. That's the thing. Janemba has damage reduction, he has guard. So we're not gonna die, but that was, I did not think that one through. Alright, so Zamasu Goku, he's gonna be fine defensively. I mean, he lowered Paikon's attack. Okay, we're gonna have to go ahead and kill Paikon here. Let's do this. Again, we're going to be able to get Janemba's full passive. Boom. Going to give us the 2 ki. 117k defense. Pretty good. In Janemba's, unfortunately, not going to be able to super. And then Tech Vegeta is going to be over there. Okay, let's see how much this does. This is going to do nothing because we're over 100k. Oh yeah, that's double digits, man. Again, Janemba's just really, really powerful defensively. I mean, if you're able to get, like, again, his full passive active, Janemba's just, like, an absolute juggernaut, dude. He's just, like, someone you cannot touch. He's just untouchable. Alright. Thank God. We killed Paikon here. I thought we were gonna die. I'm not sure if there's another phase to this fight, but... Okay, if we don't kill them here, we should be able to then transform. Okay, let's do that with Janemba. This. And then that. This should be a good rotation to not, you know, get the kill over here. Because I'm not sure if there's another phase. This is actually my first time doing the Paikon Dokkan event. So, please, no one get additionals, especially you. Alright. Now is when we're finally able to get Janemba's active skill. So, I'm gonna go ahead and pop the active skill. Alright, so this is Super Janemba. After he transforms, he gets, let me quickly see, he gets 180% attack and defense. He randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to either rainbow key spheres or type key spheres. So for example, you know, he'll change physical to AGL or rainbow. Again, it really depends. And then he gets 40% attack with 3 or more type key spheres obtained, and then he has a high chance of evading with a rainbow key sphere. So that activates instantly. And Janemba's all the way up to 131k defense. Again, he raises defense on super attack. The only downside to this unit is he loses guard, which makes no sense because this Janemba has guard, the STR one has guard, this guy is the only one without guard. So boom, that is his full passive active. He has a 50% chance to dodge, and he gets an extra 40% attack buff. So let's go ahead and let's see what super attack Janemba's gonna put up here. 2.6. Again, we have every single link active as well because we're under 80% HP, so Big Bad Bosses is active. But we have literally every single link active. 2.6 at 55%. That's pretty good. Again, that is really, really nice damage from Janemba. So anyways, let's head on over to the next category team with Janemba, which is going to be the Movie Bosses team. Alright, so we're here on the Movie Bosses category led by Physical Dragon Ball Super Broly. Again, this is attack 170, 150% to defense and HP. Alright, so even again linked up with Janemba, the int one. Again, Fat Janemba can struggle, but we did get really lucky with the placement of the orbs, and we're going to be able to get his guard and damage. Oh, not guard, but he gets that instantly. But his support type ability, again, so now he jumps up to 85k defense. He was at 75k before. We're going to get both his damage reduction and his support type ability active. Honestly, they should have just given the support type abilities to him for free. Again, to me, it makes no sense to limit him so severely. But again, they did. So Broly, Chi-Line, Lemur are going to be giving a 30% attack buff, again, because they got a AGL Key Sphere. And so Janemba is at a 1.7, almost 1.8 million attack stat. Again, Janemba really isn't built for damage, I would say, until he transforms into Super Janemba. Again, he's more built for the defense, which, again, we've been seeing him tank like an absolute monster throughout the showcase, you know, so far. Because, again, Janemba, if you can honestly support him with Rainbow Orbs, which I think is probably the best thing for him, again, just that damage reduction with the high guard, with the guard ability, and his really good defense, you know, easily over 100k after he supers, even at 55%, Janemba's just going to look extremely impressive. Again, Janemba is one of those units where, again, I mean, honestly, they kind of shafted him. I just really wish, again, they would do this. Watch. I don't know why they held back with Janemba and PyCon. To me, it's still a mystery, but what I would do to just absolutely make them busted is, because again, just make them busted. Like, who cares if Janemba is busted, you know? Like, go for it. Because Janemba honestly deserves it. He's probably one of these units that deserves a Dokkanfest more than any other unit. But they went ahead and decided to shaft my guy. And again, here's a rotation where, you know, Janemba's weakness shows. Again, we're only able to get a super attack and none of his passive active, unfortunately. What they should have done is give Janemba guard plus damage reduction. Again, who cares about balance in the game, you know? Like, units are meant to be unbalanced in this game because, I mean, there's no PvP or anything like that. So, again, 1.5 from Janemba, but give him the free 30% damage reduction and guard, and give his support type ability for free, you know? Because if you compare him to someone like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, you know, after a certain amount of turns, Gogeta loses the extra 40% attack and defense, but again, it still makes no sense why they decided to just make Janemba so limited. So again, give him the guard plus damage reduction, give him a support type ability, and then make him a Rainbow Orb Changer, you know? And that's all you have to do to make him an absolute god. I mean, at that point, could Janemba be considered the best unit in the game? Probably. But again, who cares? So what if he's the best unit in the game? Janemba is a character deserving of that title, you know, because it's been so long since we've gotten a new Janemba. We finally get one, and he's just extremely, like, unimpressive, I would say. Like, even me. Like, I'm a huge supporter of Janemba. I really like the unit. But again, I even do have to admit sometimes he can be a little unimpressive. And to me, I just don't understand why they just, you know, shafted Janemba like that. But again, it is what it is at the end of the day. But again, just make him a Rainbow Orb Changer in his fat Janemba form. Give him Fear and Faith. You know, get rid of, you know, Master of Magic. Put in Fear and Faith. Give him at least that 2 key. Because again, he's going to start out at 8 key. Because on his own team, Mind and Body Erosion, all the Goku Blacks have Fear and Faith. So, you know, make him work a little bit more cohesively with the very team he's on. And then he would basically start out at 8 key. And all you would need is 4 key spheres. And then he's creating the rainbow key spheres. So then it kind of works, you know, together. And then, you know, people are going to say, but what about his orb conditions? Like, what are you going to put instead? Nothing. You know, they should have done that with both Janemba and Pikkon. Don't have orb conditions. I mean, they could have given him, you know, maybe extra attack or maybe extra defense. You know, I feel like that would have been a good thing to do. Or maybe a chance to crit on his passive would have been much better than just, you know, going ahead and, you know, I don't know, making him work, you know, essentially for his damage reduction and his pass and his support type abilities is really not the play to go. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and play the active skill once more, again, and we'll bring out Super Janemba. Alright, so, again, everything is active except Big Bad Bosses. We're going to get Janemba's full passive here. Super Janemba's, again, the attack and the 50% chance to dodge, so hopefully we're going to be able to see that before he super attacks. We're going to get that with Int Janemba. Again, Int Janemba and this Tech Super Janemba, again, they're literally their best linking partners. Again, even the STR one, you know, it's just so free to get this unit, you know? The fact that you have to get hit 5 times, which I actually purposely put Janemba in the line of fire when he was on rotation still as Fat Janemba. You know, even his transformation can be a little iffy. Again, sometimes you do have to work for it, like we were in the... There you go, there's a 50% chance to dodge. Like we were in the Pikkon story event, because again, we actually did have to work for that one. You know, we purposely missed super attacks, so... You know, getting Janemba to transform can be a little inconsistent sometimes, but again, usually he's you know, pretty easily able to get the transformation off again, but it's just like, it's just too inconsistent sometimes. So, again, on this rotation, he put a 2.2 million attack stat, he raised his defense. His defense was probably around like 120k, 115k again, 55% without Big Bad Bosses active. His defense isn't going to be like super stellar. But again, with the 50% chance to dodge, he should be good enough to run in some of the difficult content in the game, which is another big reason for why I don't understand why they just didn't give him guard or just let him keep the guard. For me, that was like something that I never could quite understand, which again adds to the reason why the design of this unit is just really weird. You know, why they just decided to shaft him, you know, like why? Because again, Pikkon's conditions are at least a little better with the 1 Rainbow Orb and the 3 type key spheres. That's a little better for sure. But again, they just decided to just like honestly massacre Janemba, because it just still to this day kind of blows my mind, like just even in his transform state how like limited he is, you know? Because again, he loses the, you know, guard, which again is a really big thing for Janemba, because again, guard allows him to tank severely better, way better. So, you know, it's just it's just really odd what they decided to do with Janemba. But again, I can only pray that they don't do that for the next couple of units. So we're gonna go on over to his final category team, which is going to be the Transformation Boost team, and then we're going to end the video. Alright, we're here on the Transformation Boost team led by Cooler. So, Janemba is at 103k defense. Again, that is because he's getting a lot of support from Cooler here, because again, he's getting, I believe it is 30% attack and defense, because again, he's on Transformation Boost. Yep, 2 key and 30% attack and defense. So, we have Big Bad Bosses, Metamorphoses, and Fierce Battle active. There is a lot of Rainbow Key Spheres because I decided to bring this Frieza along with us. He changes Int Key Spheres to Rainbow Key Spheres. So again, that is a really good unit to run on the Transformation Boost team if you're going to have Janemba on the team. Just because again, he's going to be creating those Rainbow Key Spheres, and we're going to be able to do things like get Janemba's damage reduction. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get a support type ability, which does really suck. But at least again, Janemba's going to have that damage reduction. He's going to raise his defense. He has guard. So again, overall, again, there are a lot of negatives to point out with this Janemba, but at the same time, I feel like we should really, also just really like hammer in the absolute good stuff that he can do as well. Because again, damage is not his strong suit. I'll, say that to the moon. In his Fat Janemba form, defense is what he's really oriented around. Even if all of them supered us, like after, Janemba, super attack, we would have taken literally no damage, because again, Janemba's just an absolute defensive juggernaut. And this is actually another good way to showcase why sometimes Janemba's defensive, or not defensive, but his transformation condition might not be the best. Because if you look at all the super attacks, again, Janemba only got hit once, but Janemba needs to get hit 5 times in order for him to actually get his active skill transformation off. So again, and this is turn 3. Again, we got him in slot 7, so we're not going to be able to see Janemba's transformed state until a very long time into the fight. But thankfully, again, with Bojack, we're able to, stall out the Dokkan event as we are doing here. So again, I think what I'll do is I'll cut till we have a rotation of Super Janemba, both of them, again, the Int one and the Transforming one, as well as with Darkness Toa, because again, Darkness Toa is a really good support type unit. But just before that, I think I will get this attack stat. So we're going to be able to get Janemba's full passive here, the 2 key, 30% attack and defense. He's at 94k defense, again, with guard and damage reduction. So even if all of them super attack, literally Janemba will take no damage. It will all be double digits. And I please hope that they super attack. Please super attack Janemba, because I just want to show that you guys will literally do nothing to him. Alright, that's 3 hits. Alright, that's 4. And then that's 5. And as you guys can see, double digits, literally nothing can hurt Janemba. So anyways, I'm going to cut, and we're going to come back when Janemba has his full, passive active and in the transformed state with Darkness Toa. Alright, we have the rotation that we wanted. Again, Darkness Toa is going to be giving. Let me quickly remind myself of her support type ability. 3 key and 30% attack and defense. So she is a really good support type unit. And we have 116k defense. Again, that is without Big Bad Bosses, which would push us to about 130k defense. Okay, Janemba with his orb changing. Unfortunately, I think... Actually, no, let's do this. Because, again, I'm going to get this last attack stat by Janemba, and then we're going to, go down to the breakdown portion of the video. But, this is not working out for us. Janemba, you orb changed too well, buddy. So we're not going to be able to get the extra attack buff. But we are going to be able to get the 50% chance to dodge, which is really good for Janemba. So anyways, let's see what kind of attack stat Janemba is able to put up here. Again, even if, Zengia supered us, we wouldn't have taken any damage, and Janemba is at a 2.2 million attack stat. So, again, pretty consistent numbers when Janemba's transformed. He's hitting those 2 million attack stats, His defense is really good. Again, he raises it on super. He has a 50% chance to dodge, which he unfortunately didn't do there. But, you know, Janemba, again, even though there's a lot of negatives to him, I still do think that he is a unit that is really worth, you know, being called one of the, you know, not like top, you know, like say 20 best TURs in the game, but maybe like top 30, top 40 best TURs in the game. So anyways, like I said before, we're going to head on over to the breakdown portion of the video. Alright, so this is Otherworld in Collapse Janemba. He is Corroded Body and Mind, 3 key, 170% to stats. Again, I'm a personal fan of his team. Again, it is small, it is limited, but again, I don't think it's as bad as people say. But again, I might get clowned for saying that, but again, that's just what I think. So, and then again, this is probably the best thing about Janemba, is he's Extreme Class 3 key, 130% to stats. So, really good leader skill. Again, Janemba's leader skill is just super good. And then his super attack, Illusion Smash, he raises defense for 1 turn. Again, super powerful ability. If you have this Janemba, go full additionals for this guy. Just go full additionals, again, because again, he gets defense, guard, damage reduction if you're able to get it. He's just an absolute defensive juggernaut. And then his passive, he gets 120% attack and defense. He has guard, guaranteed guard. He gives Extreme Class 2 key and 30% attack and defense with 4 more type key spheres obtained, and then gets 30% damage reduction with 2 or more rainbow key spheres obtained. So again, the last part of this passive, it's pretty inconsistent as we saw in the videos. Again, we have gotten lucky again. It is based on, you know, RNG with how the orbs are placed, because in sometimes you're able to get the damage reduction, and other times you're able to get the support type ability. So again, the big thing with Janemba is it's really inconsistent, and again, we just don't understand why they decided to limit him like this so badly, because again, PyCon is 1 rainbow key sphere and then 3 type key spheres. So to us, it doesn't really make sense why they just made him so different. Why not just make him the same? Because if they made him the same, then Janemba would be much more consistent, and I personally think he would be a much better unit if he was, you know, way more consistent with his, you know, passive. And then his transformation condition is he needs to get hit 5 times. Now, this is not a hard condition to meet, but it is much harder to get off consistently than people think, because again, you have to like sometimes purposely miss super attacks with, you know, your units just to let Janemba get hit a little bit more to then be able to transform. So overall, not a bad condition, but it is a little bit, you know, elusive in that it seems easy, but at the same time, it can be a little challenging to get. And then no equipment, full level 1 links except for Master of Magic, which we got to level 2. And then this is probably the biggest shaft for Janemba, is he's only on 3 category teams, Movie Boss's Transformation Boost and Corroded Body and Mind. Again, it makes no sense why he's only on 3, but again, it is what it is. But once he transforms into this Super Janemba, he becomes really good. Again, one thing I forgot to mention is also his links are really bad, because again, he doesn't have any key. You know, the Innocence doesn't give key, More Than Meets the Eye doesn't give key, Master of Magic doesn't give key. So again, in all honesty, to make this guy even just like a little bit more better, they should have just gotten rid of Master of Magic and then just given him, you know, Fear and Faith, because again, that's 2 key at level 1. And again, on his category team, Mind and Body Erosion, Goku Black is on that team, like every version of Goku Black, and again, a common link for Goku Black is Fear and Faith. So, you know, giving him that link would have made him link up much better with his category team. But again, once he gets to Super Janemba, he's actually much better because he gains Shocking Speed and Fear and Faith. Maybe, actually no, Brutal Beatdown's not bad, but maybe give him, you know, maybe Universe's Most Malevolent. I know that's commonly a Frieza link, but I feel like that could work with Janemba, you know, just to give him a little bit more attack and defense would have been, you know, just a little bit more spicier. Again, once he transforms, he gets 180% attack and defense. He does lose guard, which is, again, probably the biggest shaft for his Super Janemba form, because literally all the other ones have, you know, guard, so it doesn't really make sense why they did that, but it is what it is. He randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow or type, so he will either change AGL to physical or to rainbow, so that's how it works. And then with 1 rainbow key sphere, he gets a 50% chance to dodge, and then with 3 type key spheres, he gets 40% attack. So this is what he should have had in his Fat Janemba form, where he only needs 1 rainbow for damage reduction and 3 type for his support type ability. Because again, you know, it's really limited the way Janemba works. And then he still raises defense, but this time he also raises attack on his super attack. So again, additionals are really important for this Janemba. You can put him in slot 1, but I would only advise that if and only if you got his 50% chance to dodge. So again, overall, I would have to say Janemba is just really good. Of course, there are a couple passive changes they could have made in, you know, like completely get rid of the orb restriction on Janemba. You know, just literally just give him the damage reduction and the support type ability, and, you know, just make him change key spheres as well. You know, there's really nothing they should have changed with Janemba, other than just that. You know, when he turned into super, he should have kept the, you know, the damage reduction, the guard, you know, all of that. You know, he should have kept both in his fat form and in his transform state. So again, that is going to do it for today's video. I will see you all next time.